ndewonu Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị. Ọ bụrụ na ị sonyere anyị yesterday being on the 1st of July 2026. Ọ bụrụ na ị sonyere anyị mgbe anyị nọ na-ekwu maka Eastern leaders, Eastern traditional rulers, ma ndị ọkpụisi n'ala ma ndị Christianity ha niile pụtara ma ndị omenala pụtara wee sị na ha chọghọzi propaganda gbasara ndị ala Igbo gbasara Aburi Accord. Ha gakwara n'iru wee sị na enwe some prominent platforms na-ebukwa this propaganda after BBC pụtara bịa dee ihe ha dere na o nwe some prominent news outlets na-ebukwa propaganda against ndị Igbo. So ha gakwara n'iru wee sị na ha chọghọzi ya, that they don't need it again. Ọ bụrụ na ị watch the first one, click on my post on this page, you are going to see the part 1. Then this is the part 2 of that particular video. Ha gakwara n'iru wee sị that na ọ bụrụ na ị watch ya nke ahụ ị ga-aghọtazi ihe anyị na-ekwu kịta. Ha gara n'iru wee sị na ọ bụrụ that na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-enweghọ insecurity n'ala Igbo na anaghị emegide ndị Igbo, na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu agaghị ekireti ESN, na ọ bụ because of insecurity enwere n'ala Igbo, na ọ bụ because of mmegbu a na-emegbu ndị Igbo, na ọ ya mere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ji wee kirietie ESN because ọ chọghọ ka ala Igbo dịkwa ka obodo ndị ọzọ dị. Ọ bụrụ na ile anya n'ọtụtụ ihe na-eme na Nigeria, ị ga-ama na other parts of Nigeria na ha nọ in chaos, ha na-agba ọsọ. And ever since ha bịara bịa chụwa ESN, ile anya ọtụtụ ihe na-emezi. Enwere particular video m hụrụ today being the 2nd of July 2026, ebe ndị agụ na-eche mba gara na one particular community, I think na Anambra State, wee chụọ ha. Asị na ndị Fulani herdsmen, ndị ogbu ara ọbara, na ha nọ na that community wee chụsịa those people. Ile anya since Gọvanọ Chukwuma Soludo batara n'ọchịchị, ọ sị na ọ chọghọzi ihe ọbụla gbasara IPOB, na ọ chọghọzi ihe ọbụla gbasara Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, na ọ chọghọzi anything that concerns ESN, na ọ chọghị ịhụ ha atọl. Ya agakwa n'iru wee chụsịa ha, wee kreetie nke ya, ya mee ndị Fulani herdsmen ejuzie n'ime ọhịa. A sị na that community na ha adịghị arahụ ụra, ya mee ọtụtụ n'ime ha wee gbaa ọsọ. O nwekwa video na-esekuleti all over the social media ebe a bịara bịa sị na ndị agụ na-eche mba gara na that community to go and sanitize the place to keep the place okay, na ndị this particular Fulani bandits na ha chụkwara ha ọsọ. Okay, ha kpọọ ha aha mana ha si nọ ndị ogbu ara ọbara na ha chụrụ ha ọsọ, nọ ndị unknown gunmen na ha chụrụ ha ọsọ. Ha nwere attack in that place that led to mmerụ ahụ, ọtụtụ ha merụchara arụ. Anyway, anyị ga-aga n'iru wee kwuo dịka ndị ala Igbo si wee kwuo, ma Igbo elders, ma Igbo traditional rulers, ma Igbo Christian leaders, ma Igbo Muslim leaders, ma ọsịkwa ya ma ọsị ya ịma na enwegozi Muslim leaders n'ala Igbo kịta. Anyway, anyị ga-aga n'iru wee kwuo dịka ha si wee kwuo. Ha sịkwa na maka ihe a na-eme n'ala Igbo, maka ihe na-eme n'ebe ndị ọzọ nọ na Nigeria mere eji wee create ESN. Ha agakwa n'iru wee si kedi that criminal activity mere ndị Nigeria, ndị Southeast governors ji wee gaa n'iru wee kwado ndị Nigeria, ha wee labelọ IPOB as a terrorist group. Ha gakwara n'iru wee si na ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị ekwuru n'anya ụfụ maka mgbe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pụtara na ime ụlọ nga 2017, na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nọ na-agagharị n'obodo ala Igbo, ndị mmadụ pụta, ma youth ma ụmụ ma ndị mma ma ndị mpa pụta, ịmago na ọnwụ eju ebe niile, na ọ bụ maka ọnwụ ahụ juru ebe niile mere ndị Southeast governors ji wee gaa n'iru wee proscribe IPOB. Ha gakwa n'iru na-achụ ndị ESN ka echi adịrọ. Ha chọghọ ka enwee anything gbasara Biafra ha ga-anọ n'ala Igbo atọ because of ekwuru na anya ụfụ. Anyị ga-aga n'iru wee gụpụta dịka ha si wee dee ya na Daily Post. Ha sịkwa na this Daily Post na ọ na-ebu propaganda against us. Let's continue. According to them, they said ESN emerged later to shield our communities from the Fulani banditry and herdsmen atrocities that intensified after those military operations. For years, ESN has stood as a buffer, preventing the scale of carnage witnessed in other parts of Nigeria. Yet today, the same voices that invited the armed and enabled the insecurity now pour resources, state and federal, into smearing ESN and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the architects of the very insecurity they helped to create. Ha said that now these same Eastern governors we ihe gara aga kpọrọ ndị ọzọ wee bịa mixie na ESN ha wee na-aga n'iru na-askata ESN na ha abịagokwa kịta wee tọnụọ again wee si n'ọkwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu creatiri ESN nọ ya na-terrorize the whole place. Ha gakwara n'iru wee see that paid agents compromised social media noisemakers, and even some previously appointed by Kanu himself now work openly with anti-Biafra forces to sustain these lies. Their goal is transparent: keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in illegal detention without any proven crime, thereby neutralizing the same figures whose freedom threatens the status quo, the statement added. Ha sikwa that na ndị social media na ha agago n'iru wee na-eburu all these social media noisemakers and other people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also created na-apụgo bụzi ndị anti-Biafra na-agazi n'iru na-agba mbọ na-arụ ọrụ against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ bụrụ na ile anya ị ga-aghọta ihe m na-ekwu. Ngwa gekene this particular video.
There are most of you who are serpentine in your attitude. You proclaim Biafra, but indeed you're working for Satan. You are working for devil. We know who you are. We have defeated them before. We will continue to subdue them. These are the agents of darkness. They remind me of Okpa Biasika. Even if you ask Ifajuna then, if you're asking him, he will tell you, oh, what I'm doing is for the betterment of our people. He fought against his own country. He betrayed his country. And he failed in the process. If you had asked Ken Seriwa in those days, he would tell you, oh, I'm doing this thing for the betterment of Ogoni people, for my people. But today, they are one of the poorest in that damnable zoological republic. Why am I saying all of this? I'm warning you that there are those answering Biafra. They are doing the work of the enemy. Awasa have sent them. Some of you are so gullible and so stupid. You are blinded by jealousy, envy, and greed that you cannot see very clearly. But here we'll let you see very, very clearly. These people will come and tell you we are doing Biafra, as if Advocate did. But none of them can proclaim, none of them can declare with any degree of certainty their ordination by heaven. Our own is recorded in diary. How we came to do what we are doing today. Beyond every conceivable doubt, I can prove it to you that Chukwu Okike Abiyama asked us to come. That only him determined that we should come. That is why we preach this gospel in a way that the ordinary mind cannot fathom. You need to be vibrating in spirit to understand the essence of what we are doing. If you are not called out to do this very work, you cannot understand who we are or why we are here. The devil will continue to fail. They have sold you before to Awasa Fulani. That is why you are slaves today, asking us to redeem you from the mess that you're in. They have come again. Awasa Fulani. They are raising your children. They are answering Igbo names, especially Igbo. They are using them to try to distract you. They are using these very people to try to destroy the work that heaven is doing. But I welcome them. At least, they remind us of the pitfalls of complacency, if not for any other thing. Anytime there is light, it is followed by darkness. There will always be evil. Even in your body, there are some microbes in your body waiting for you to die. From the day you were born, they have been with you. They will never go into action until the day you stop breathing. Their job is to devour and to decay the skin, the flesh. That is their job. They are in your body as you're breathing. There is no problem. They are all fine and good. They are there, pretending to be normal, healthy cells and, of course, other forms of microbe or bacteria or virus, as the case may be. But their job only commences the minute you stop breathing. They go to work. Their job is to make sure that they decay the flesh and render you a meal for other lesser animals. That is what these people have come to do. If you are so stupid that they convince you, then you are finished. You will join them in oblivion, in irrelevance. Ask those who tried us before. Today they are insignificant. Totally insignificant. Greed, envy, and jealousy are part of the three deadly sins that Chukwukabiyama abhor. You possess them, you can never progress. Ask any society in life. That we are telling you this very evening because we are entering a very critical phase of our work. Our work is unending. It is continuous. We are relentless. We are formidable. Nothing is going to stop us. It is inconceivable. Doesn't matter how you falsify census figures. It doesn't matter how you manipulate the wish of the people. We speak the truth. Because the world will know that this is Radio Biafra. We are not like any other radio station. We are exceptional. This is Radio Biafra. We don't have sister station. We don't have brother station. Do you know the reason why? Because our Fulani is clever. They are being advised by our mortal enemies. They know who they are. To confuse as many of you stupid idiots as possible. But thankfully, they have not been succeeding and can never ever succeed. They will never ever succeed. Before they come close to us, we will pull a wonder out of the heart. It's impossible. Nobody can do what we are doing. We give you the money to go and try. We are not being arrogant. We are just being factual. You cannot do it. There are most of you who are serpentine in your attitude. You proclaim Biafra, but indeed you are working for Satan. You are working for devil. We know who you are. We have defeated them before. We will continue to subdue them. These are the agents of darkness. They remind me of Okpa Biasika. Even if you ask Ifa Jonathan, if you ask him, he will tell you, oh, what I'm doing is for the betterment of our people. He fought against his own country. He betrayed his country. And he failed in the process. If you had asked Ken Seriwa in those days, he would tell you, oh, I'm doing this thing for the betterment of Ogoni people, for my people. But today, they are...
Okay, then how we got we see that now these same people, now how go we're in the social media, we now scatter the whole thing. Man, the Mazi, what are before, Hanile na lo sazi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Obru ni gete, Obru ni chete, Iga mana China Samoru, Mandiotia, Hana Bazi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which Okwesi Hede, Kaiga Kwaniru. The religious leaders said they are asking these simple questions. Igbos have stopped asking because of fear and propaganda have dulled conscience. They continue. This under what subsisting Nigerian law did Justice James Omotosho deliver the 20th November 2025 conviction? The prescription itself, the trial, the judgment rest on statutes, many of which have been repealed or whose applications has been fatally challenged on jurisdictionals and the fair hearing grounds. Till date, neither the judgments nor his enablers have answered this elementary question. Has that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Justice James Omotosho to Jerengaketa no weho any jurisdiction that stands on the thing of Hajiwe George Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we poge na Sokoto Correctional Facility. Ni ihe niile Hajiwe poga Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we ihe mebigoro emebi we ha tufugoro atufu ewepugoro na constitution ha agaga waghachite maka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bia were ya George ya Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ha agakwa n'iru we see why did Igbo governors envious of Kanu, unmatched popularity among the masses, rushed to proscribe IPOB and open the gates for military invasion instead of engaging the legitimate grievance he raised. Also that Nande Southeast governors now had so envious of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of to fight the thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu raised, honestly, let's continue. They noted, why is sit at home a non-violent protest tactics now blamed for insecurity, while the governors who invited the army and the federal forces that turned our land into a theater of oppressions are shielded from scrutiny. They noted that the problem with Igbos is the persistent presence of people who, for personal gain, political appointment, or sheer envy, have mortgaged the collective destiny of Igbo to external pressures. The religious leader noted that the external saboteurs twisted every narrative, celebrates every setback to the Biafran cause, and attacked the very structure like ESN that have shielded the women, children, and farmland from the banditry that has ravaged our region. They continue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has refused to break. He has raised above the wickedness, the treacheries, and the paid propaganda. He remains uncommon Igbo man, a prisoner of conscience whose only crime is refusing to accept payments and subjugation. This is coming from Igbo leaders. Has that even in all these things that they are doing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oka akwụkwọ gidi gbam. What do you think about this particular video? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will continue to follow you no matter what is happening. We will continue to follow you because I know you will never betray us. Thank you so much for watching this video. We have come to the conclusion of this video. Whatever you think, drop it under the comment section and do well to share this video. Rning.